This is up. Hey! Whoa. Hey! I usually cut this out, but I'm gonna keep it in this time because it's funny. Hey! Ah ha ha! Ah ha ha! Alright, that's gonna have to do. Whatever. Hi. Alright, listen, me saying don't notice is gonna make you notice even if you didn't notice already, but my eyelashes are uneven, okay? I had eyelash extensions. One eye didn't hang on as long as the other. It's really bothering me as I edit this, so I just needed to get that out of my system. Bye. First of all, I gotta say it feels very weird to be filming a story time again. Like, are they still a thing? Before we get into this video, I would just like to say,
it's gross.
So, if you're a little sensitive queen, if you get queasy by hearing about bodily fluids or like surgical procedures, like maybe you might not want to sit through this video. I'm not gonna show anything gory, but the things I'm going to be talking about might be a little, you know what I'm saying? Okay, please no. She's going to do it. Okay. At least look them in the eye. So this is going to be the story of the time that I lived with a straight up hole in my stomach for like a month. It was at least a month. It might have been more than that. This is not even in the slightest bit clickbait. The reason I'm even telling this story is because I was just at VidCon last week, which is why this video is going up late. And I was with my friend Elena, and we were randomly sharing surgery/hospital experiences. And I was reminded of this story. I was like, wow, why haven't I made a video about this? Maybe I blocked it out. I don't know. So I want to say, that our story begins in maybe 2003 or 2004, probably closer to 2004. Around that time, I had what is called a G-tube put into my stomach. Okay, can I say anything seriously? If you don't know what a G-tube or a gastronomy tube is, it looks like this. I used to call it a button, had a cute little name for it. It was basically like a plug outlet that you had installed on your body that you could like connect a tube to and get things put through the tube directly into your stomach. So those of you that have been watching me for a while already know that I have a bone condition called chondrodysplasia punctata, which is what makes me so small. But in addition to that, I was also born with really bad acid reflux, which meant that most of the time that I would eat anything, it would like start to come back up, and then it would like seep into my lungs and give me pneumonia. It was a really cool, fun time. Had a lot of really cute trips to the hospital for pneumonia as a child. And if you don't know, pneumonia is some pretty serious shit. People straight up die from it, and I've somehow had it multiple times and still chilling. I don't know. Just a subtle flex, okay? Anyway, I had a surgery that is called fundoplication, which is where they basically took my stomach and wrapped it around the bottom of my esophagus to make it sealed better and help prevent the acid reflux from happening. In addition to that, I had the G-tube put in to help me get all the nutrition that I needed. I had the G-tube from about 2004 to, I want to say, 2011. And for most of that time, not all of it, because towards the end, I thankfully started to not really need it anymore because I was getting stronger. I was able to eat way more on my own. The acid reflux wasn't nearly as bad. But for most of that time, I was hooked up to a feeding pump every night while I slept that would pump, I guess like a nutrition supplement. I don't know exactly what to call it. I really should have researched more, but you know what? You're here for the weird, gross, embarrassing part of the story, right? That resulted in a lot of fun moments too.
Because sometimes
my favorite thing, in the middle of the night, part of the tube would like become disconnected, and I would wake up to like swim in some liquids. I'd be swimming in some Peptamin Jr. and some of my own stomach acids. Ooh, it's all coming back now. And it smelled great too, by the way. Yeah. Anyway, I had it all through elementary school for sure. And then when I was around the age of 12, I stopped really needing it. And my doctors and I made a deal that if I don't use the tube for a set amount of months, I can get it removed. Now, there was one thing about having this tube that I really liked, and that was the fact that I could take really nasty medicine through it without having to taste it. And making the deal to not use the tube for a set amount of months meant that I couldn't use it for that either. Can't remember if I stuck to that rule. Anyway, the day finally comes that I get to get the tube removed. Now, I don't know how accurate this is, but at least at the time, I was under the impression that most kids or people or whatever that get G-tubes only have them for like maybe a couple years or a year or something. And then in order to remove it, all they have to do is like take it out. This is what I was told, anyway, and just put a bandage over it and it'll heal. Yes, an actual hole, not only into your skin, but into your stomach as well. I'm not a doctor. I didn't go to medical school. I'm sure that's accurate for a handful of people, if not most. I don't know. But this video exists, so that's not what happened for me, my brothers. Oh. My brothers? I had this tube in my stomach for... let me do some math here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 7 years. And it was supposed to just like, you know, with no help. Now, during the time that I had the G-tube, it had to be changed. But like my mom literally would have to take it out of me and then put a new one in, and then I could continue living my life. So I wasn't scared of this process because I'd had it taken out before to change it. But this time, I just wouldn't have to have one put back in. And that was the most uncomfortable part anyway, was getting it put back in when it was changed. So I was kind of like, if anything, excited for this because it would be a release. Well, be careful what you wish for, little kids, because I had a whole lot more release than I had bargained for. Okay? They take it out, they plop some gauze and some like plastic wrap on me, and they send me on my merry way. And at this point, I was ecstatic, y'all. I had like a flat surface on my stomach with no bump for the first time in like most of my life. So like that part was really cool. Like I remember leaving the hospital just like, I kept like touching my stomach and looking down at it like, oh my god, this is so cool. But that, yeah, okay. I love how long this video has gone on and I haven't even gotten to like the meat yet. But here we go. I mean, it didn't heal. And as the title says, I was just chilling with a hole in my stomach for at least a month, I'm pretty sure. I wasn't exactly like monitoring how long it was because never expected that I would talk about it in a YouTube video, but I quickly realized having a piece of gauze with some saran wrap and scotch tape was not gonna do the deed because, friends, when you have a hole in your stomach, it's basically, this is when it gets gross, constantly leaking. Every time you eat some food or drink, God forbid,
You're gonna have a lot of fun.
you better be near a bathroom. You better have some bandages, like heavy-duty bandages and gauze on deck real quick. I'm pretty sure I literally only used the gauze and saran wrap method for like half of that day. So we had to go to CVS and buy like more gauze and then these big, like, waterproof bandages. And I just had to constantly change them throughout the day. Oh, it was not cute, dude. Now, again, if you've been watching me for a while, you may have heard me talk about the school that I went to during this time, which I am so glad that I went to a school like this during this period of my life. It was a school at a hospital for kids with chronic illnesses, and there were only about like 20 kids in the whole school. It was the perfect setting to be in while in a situation like this, because there were always like 2 to 3 nurses on staff that were all very qualified and experienced nurses, so they were perfectly equipped to handle changing my leaky stomach acid bandage a couple times a day. Now that I think about it though, like, Taylor Queen, you probably could have done that yourself. Like, why didn't I do it myself? I don't know, I was probably scared, and like I never wanted to look at it. I didn't want to make eye contact with it, dude. Like, what if I made eye contact with it and I saw into my intestines? Like, I just I didn't want that to grace my eyes. So I always had like my mom or someone else change it for me, like a damn diaper, dude. I basically had a diaper change like multiple times a day. Holy shit. Like, whenever I would eat or drink, I would be like, oh, God, sorry. Whoo. One time, I'm pretty sure it was either after lunch or after breakfast at school, I was in class. And, okay, this is gross, but it would do this thing where, like, since it was a waterproof sealed bandage, whenever my stomach would, like, let out some air, it would, like, blow up the bandage like a little balloon moment. Like, not huge, you know, but it would, like, fill with air. And I could, like, touch it and feel like, oh, it's filled with air, you know? Or sometimes, it wasn't filled with air. It wasn't air. So you can imagine it got quite infected fairly often.
Oh God, oh my God, it's all coming back to me.
But it wasn't good to have it covered 24/7. Like, I would have to let it air out. So I would have to make sure that I didn't eat anything so that it was safe to, like, take the bandage off and let it air out and, like, put some cream on it. God. Sorry, but, like, you clicked. You know what I mean? Or, you know, sometimes I would have the bandage off, but I'd have a little napkin handy. So if I needed to, like, do a... I'm trying to think if there was any, like, specific other stories that I remember. I just remember it literally blowing up with air. Like, I would feel the bandage go like... Oh, God. Oh. I remember sitting on my bed with a hole in my stomach, like, letting it air out, watching Minecraft videos, wondering what is going on. But yeah, so sooner or later, my mom and I came to terms with the fact that, okay, this has gone on long enough and it's not healing. So I ended up having to go in and get a whole ass stomach surgery again to sew up the hole. It was fine, but I will say that as someone that's had 20 plus spinal surgeries, this one was one of my least favorite. Don't get me wrong, the back surgeries were not comfy, but this one, anytime I would sneeze, cough, laugh, the pain that surged through my body. There's one specific scenario that I always think of when I look back on, like, surgery moments. I was home recovering from the surgery, and my mom and I were watching Paul Blart Mall Cop. Yes, I remember specifically that's what we were watching. There was a really funny scene. I wish I remembered what it was. I couldn't not laugh. And like I said, not fun when healing from stomach surgery. So I'm laughing, and it hurts, bitch. It hurts. but I can't stop laughing. And then my mom starts laughing, and she's like trying not to laugh because she knows that if she laughs, it's gonna make me laugh and then it's gonna hurt me. But like the fact that we're both trying not to laugh is making us laugh more. So then we just start like breaking down, and then and then I start like actually crying because it hurts so bad. But like I can't stop laughing. Like I'm laughing at the fact that I'm crying because I'm laughing and it's causing me pain. So I'm crying, I'm laughing because I'm crying. Like it was a cycle, bitch. I literally ended up having to make my mom go outside on the balcony so that we could shut up because it was so painful. Oh, dude, that's probably one of my favorite stories of all time. Shit was hilarious, brother. Can I stop with that? My God. I'm sorry, would you rather me go, ah ha ha? Because that's my new favorite thing, apparently, that I can't stop doing. Add that to the list, right? Hey. So yeah, that's my story. Now, I still have a scar there, if you're interested. What? I don't know why you would be, but like, maybe you don't believe me. I'm making it up for clout. You know, maybe I am. I don't know, dude. I'm gonna show you. If you don't want to see it, bye, skip ahead. But like, there's literally an indentation. You know what? I'm showing you. This is from the funduplication, and then this is where the G-tube was, and you can see it. There's like, I had it removed like 9 years ago. I had it removed like 9 years ago. Okay, quick side note. Pretty sure that's where the hole was. So like, I don't know why the indentation is like all the way up there. I don't know how skin works, dude. Just a weird little tidbit that I noticed. Okay. There is still an indentation of where it was. So like, that's gonna be there for the rest of my life. It's fine. Battle scars. Ha ha. Am I right? God. But yeah, that's it. That's the end. Maybe someone out there can relate to this story. I know that I am not the only person that's ever had a gastronomy tube. Gastronomy gang. Yeah. I'm gonna go. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe because I upload new videos every week. Make sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Check out the new merch. Thank you guys again so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. Love you, bye.